FMCG is known to sort of work in a certain manner. They're seemingly more organized. And even in the past, you had categories like telco, consumer durables, where it used to be a lot more fluid going forward. And so it's probably things have become a bit more chaotic now with e-commerce also, on the radar. But I think this sort of client versus category has always been, they've always in categories, there'll always be a bit more hectic and chaotic than, the more traditional categories. I think media agencies have to be comfortable with chaos, right? It's not about surviving chaos. They need to embrace it. And I think that's fundamentally, it's a big requirement if you want to handle an e-com business, because the landscape is so dynamic, the landscape is so competitive. One can't mope about how there are constant changes happening, and we totally get that, right? Business challenges are very, very different. Business challenges are more in the now and not sort of, over a monthly or a quarter-wise period. So I think it's very, very important to have the right attitude. You must learn to work with shorter lead times. Like I said, it's very competitive. Information is sensitive. You're also often, you're sort of doing and redoing plans basis the whole e-commerce landscape. So it's very, very important to be agile, and things like like media agencies, what used to be called an annual plan. It's good to do annual plans, but at the end of the year, I doubt if the actual delivery would had any resemblance to what you set out to do, and that's how fluid it is. So about speed, I think speed is extremely crucial. Speed is crucial. Confidentiality is crucial, right? To make sure your executional excellence is absolutely important, right? Because very, very important that eventually you actually deliver the plan the way you had envisaged it. So these are some of the skills that will probably be even more prominent when it comes to e-com than any other business. I think some retraining is important, but you see, eventually, I think you will see a different breed of people coming into into media agencies, and I think my big I'm a big fan of hiring for attitude and training for skill, right? And I think that sort of a scenario, that sort of an approach will probably work best in e-com, because honestly, it's all about attitude. I think that people need to be invested in our client's business. We need to feel their pain, right? We need to see ourselves responsible for business outcome. It is something you have to get used to, right? I think it's difficult as long as you're not used to it. But if you are quick to, like I said, stop moping and and embracing it, then it's something. And I think you learn to sort of find your own way of sort of dealing with that. Like there is speed. And I think the biggest challenge for anybody who's working on an e-commerce business is really sort of catch up. This is a category where the clients are kind of moving at an absolutely furious pace, and so they need partners, right, who can actually stay, and keep in step, with that sort of change. And I think that's, to me, if I were to distill everything else and come to that one thing, I think it'll be about speed, right? Attitude and speed, or or this attitude to manage the speed is going to be a big skill. I would call those transitionary teething troubles, right? When actually moving from one style to another. But I think at some point we will get comfortable with the turnaround times that are, probably not what it used to be earlier. And like I said, it's a matter of, mastering a new skill. And I think we'll do it. I think, we've done it in the past. We'll do it again now. How do you set a process that makes sure that you actually you're not compromising accuracy and effectiveness and efficacy for speed? There's no point in being spectacularly wrong fast, right? So you have to be you have to make sure that you're fast, but you're also learning to say what are the because I think the things you don't want to do is take shortcuts, right? You have to make sure that the rigor is there, but you're still able to, but you have to find the smarter ways of getting to your destination faster.